This video is all about some shortcuts or some different ways of approaching the problems and what I've taught in class. It is not required for you to know, but it is helpful and you might find it easier than some of the stuff we've done in class. So if we're taking 60% off a $70 item, so $70 item is on sale for 60% off. You could, here's how I taught you to do it in class. I said you take the 70, you times it by the 0.6, that gives you 42. Then you minus the $42 and you get $28. And that is absolute valid, will always work. The shortcut method, generally speaking, if you're at the store shopping, you don't actually care about how much you're saving. What you really care about is how much is this going to cost? What am I going to have to pay when I get up to the register? Well, if it's 60% off, then you are paying 40%. So instead of doing 70 times 0.6 and subtracting it, you could just say 70 times 0.40, and that gives you $28, and you're done. Okay, let's do a couple more, and I'm just going to do the shortcut method to say an item's on a $32 item is on sale for 10% off. If it's on sale for 10% off, then I am paying 90%. So I can take 32 times 0.90. And 32 times 0.90 is $28.80. Okay. If I have a $250 item on sale for 30% off. If it's 30% off, I only actually have to pay 70%. So I could say 250 times 0.70. 250 times 0.70 is 175. And that will always work. On your test, you have to tell me what you save as well as the total. So be aware that you have to know how to do this step on the test. But in the actual world, when you're shopping, chances are this is more what you're looking for. Okay, so that's with discounts. Let's talk tax now. The same rule applies with tax. If the tax rate is 6%, I have to pay for the full price of the item plus the 6% tax. So really I'm paying 106%. That's what I'm paying. So if an item is $30, and there's a 6% sales tax. I taught you to do it and say 30 times 0.06. 30 times 0.06 is $1.80. 30 plus $1.80 is $31.80. And that works. And that's the way I've taught you, and it's a great method. If you're just looking for the overall total, you could just say 30 times 1.06. 30 times 1.06 is $31.80. Let's do a couple more with just the shortcut. If you have a $72 item and 8% tax, that would be 72 times 100% plus 8% is 108%, so it's 1.08. 72 times 1.08 is 77.76. You have a $34 item, tax rate is 7.2%. You do 34 times 1.072. 34 times 1.072 gives you 34.30. Tip works the exact same way as tax. I'll let it, you can see it. Tip works the exact same way as tax. It doesn't really matter. You just do the 100% plus the percent. So if the restaurant bill was $8.99 and I want to leave a 20% tip, it would be $8.99 times 1.20 will give me my total. 8.99 times 1.20 is $10.79. Actually, it's 788, which rounds to 1079, just for clarification if you're trying to follow along on your calculator. If you have an item that is $30, tax or tip is 15%, 30 times 1.15, and you get 3450. Now, typically, you don't use a shortcut very much here because they almost always expect you to write in how exact amount you're chipping and then the total. So you might not use this so much on a restaurant itself because they'll have like the total is $30. How much you want to tip, and you have to actually write in the amount and then the total. Although if you just write the total, most restaurants will still accept it. You don't have to, if you leave the tip line blank but write a different total, they'll still take the tip out. So different ways of doing it. The next one I want to show you is how to kind of estimate in your head. Now, percents are really easy to estimate in your head. And I know some of you have already been taught this in various other forms at home, but I want to make sure you just know it because at the store, honestly, a fast way of estimating your head is really you can't pull out a calculator with your cell phone, but being able to do it in your head is not a bad thing. So if the item is $57 and it's 10% off, 10% literally means move the decimal one over. 10% of 57 is $5.70. And if I was estimating the price, I don't need it super exact because I'm just trying to say how much is it going to be. I would just say, we'll call this 6. 57 minus 6 is about $51. And it's an estimate. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you can say, oh, it's going to be about 50. Okay? If an item is $300 and it's 30% off, well, for 10%, I move it over 1, so that would be $30. But then I could say if I'm looking for how much I'm saving or how much I'm going to pay. If it's 30% off, I'm going to pay 70%. So I just say 30 times 7 is 210. And I can do that in my head. I'm hoping some of you guys can too. So if not, you've got the calculator, go back to the calculator method, great. But if you're in the store estimating, you see a sale and it's like, hey, 20%. I want to leave a 20% tip and my meal came to $35. Move the decimal over 1. That's $3.50 and double it. $3.50 plus $3.50. 3 plus 3 is 6. 50 cents, 50 cents makes $1. My tip is $7. If I have a meal and it cost $82 and I want to know what's 30% of that. 30% of 82, and I'm just estimating. I move it over 1. Well, 10% would be $8. 8 times 3, 16 is going to be about 24. Now, it might not be exact. You could say 2 times 3 is 6 and make it exact, but you can do a lot of this in your head. And I sometimes worry when we give you a calculator, you don't learn how to do it in your head as well. But I feel like I want you to practice estimating in your head and then check yourself and say, was I close? Was I in ballpark? Yes or no? All right, those are some shortcuts. Hopefully they help you. Have a good day.